Without further ado, guys, for your next comic, a few more feet closer to me. Do you want to see this guy? Because he just recently won the Stand Up 360 Comedy Festival right here at Broadway Comedy Club. Please give it up for Chris Higgins.
How we doing tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and right off the bat answer the question that I know you guys are all asking. Yes, I did spill a drink on my shirt 45 seconds before coming on stage. That's the best way to start a career in show business. Just spill a drink on yourself before you go in front of a room full of people. So yeah, there's that. Listen guys, I want to start off with something I guess a little bit serious. In my stand-up career thus far as a straight white male, I've had a bit of a hard time finding something that makes me unique. So if anyone has any suggestions, I would appreciate that. See, that joke is supposed to be funny because I'm in a wheelchair. I don't know if you got that part, so I just figured I'd throw that in here. Little cliff notes. No, but yes, obviously, I am a disabled person. It's not all bad though, there is good news. My penis works. And also, a little known fact to go along with that, if you sleep with a handicapped guy, you go directly to heaven. So if anyone is looking for a leg up on salvation, come and see me after the show. I think we can work something out. Sound like the guy on CNN? That's actually in the Bible. I didn't know if you know that, about sleeping with a handicapped guy. In the book of Leviticus, mile marker 29, exit 4. But yeah, so come see me after the show if you're interested in that. I prefer women, but at this point I'd take a dude. Because really, I'm just looking for someone with an open mind and a strong grip. Those are good laughs. I like those kinds. I gotta tell you though, as a disabled guy, easy. It's, you know, no comic wants to die up here, but we don't want anyone to die in the audience either. But as a guy in a wheelchair, one of the most annoying things I deal with is transportation-related issues. Recently, I was on an airplane. That's the joke. No. Recently, I was on an airplane, and I noticed that the bathroom at the front of the airplane, pilot guy can confirm this, has a handicap sticker on it. Presumably because it's handicap accessible. Here's the slight problem with that. You need to be able to walk to use that bathroom. I would appreciate a little honesty in advertising, honestly. If it was just a blue and white middle finger, I'd be okay with that. More locally, though, the situation I deal with most often is the bus. And I hate the bus. And the reason why is because when I get on, nobody hides their contempt for the fact that a handicapped guy is fucking up their commute. They just sort of roll their eyes, sigh loudly. One time the bus driver even gave me the finger. I can't believe that in this day and age people would be that open with their prejudices. Blows my mind. I tell you, the other day things got really weird because after I had got on, 10 minutes later another guy in a wheelchair got on the bus. And when that happened, my first thought was, Jesus Christ, can we move this shit along? I got places to do, places to go, things to do. You should have stayed at home with your own kind. And then things got really strange when I realized I said that out loud. I have to say, the strangest thing I deal with transportation-wise, earlier in the week I almost got ran over. Not by a car, though. It's my horse and carriage. Somebody want to explain to me why we still have this bullshit in this city, please? Horses are freaking out and I need to get run over because some fat bitch from Jersey wants to feel like Kate Middleton? Grow up, princess, take a cab. The last thing I'll say on transportation, the next adult I see using a Razor scooter is getting stabbed in the throat. Use the legs that God gave you, you son of a bitch. I don't want to give you the impression, though, that being disabled is all bad. There are a lot of ways in which I take an apparent disadvantage and turn it into an advantage, and one of my favorite places to do this is in the drugstore. Particularly these newer drugstores that have these self-checkout machines where you gotta put all your shit up there and check yourself out. I can't really be bothered with that. This is my long-winded way of telling you that I shoplift. And it's a really interesting sociological phenomenon too, because if I'm doing it, someone else in the store sees me, they just sort of give a look like, well, I guess he's allowed to do that now. I mean, you know, I was hoping to pass healthcare reform, but Jesus Christ, I think we're a little out of control here. Wow, that usually gets a better laugh. Fuck you guys. But the best part about shoplifting when you're a handicapped guy is that there's a foolproof way to get away with it. And if you guys have any disabled friends that are looking to learn how to shoplift, because everybody's got one, write this down. What you do is if you get caught, you stare straight at the person who caught you, and after about 2 or 3 seconds, burst into tears. Nobody knows what the fuck is going on. It's unbelievable. They start giving me shit I didn't even want, just so I leave the store. It's fantastic. One of the most lucrative things I also do, and this helps in the cold weather, I like wearing a t-shirt all year long, whether it's cold or not. Other people don't know that about me. So what I do is I go and park myself near a street corner, park bench, maybe something like that. And I look kind of sad. And within 45 seconds, people start giving me change. I made $90,000 last week. I live on Central Park West, and I finance my lifestyle by panhandling in front of the building in which I live. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you make your own way in a down economy. Not only is being disabled sometimes good for me, it can be good for my friends. That's why they hang out with me, I think. If you go to an amusement park, you don't ever have to wait on any lines. So that's a good one. But excuse me, choking to death on stage. Just trying to get more YouTube hits, you know? Yeah, it was in the middle of a joke and then he just died right there. It was unbelievable. Don't aw. You kidding me? If I got like 1 million hits on YouTube, it wouldn't be worth dying on stage. Now where was I? You threw me off with your aw and my joking. Oh, I once got a friend of mine into college. Inadvertently, or I didn't realize it was happening. He came to me the day the college applications came in. He says, "Hey man, I got into my top school." And I said, "Dude, that's awesome. You know, what did you say that, you know, made them be into you?" And he said, "Well, the biggest thing I said was that I helped the handicapped 40 hours a week." And I said, "Really? When do you do that?" He said, "You know, when we hang out and stuff." It's okay, though.
Who was it, man? Put him on blast.
He's dead now. Yeah, so use your handicapped friends to get into college. Don't do that. That's not fair. But I also, you know, I like to think of ways in which, again, I have a very obvious disability, so I'm going to exploit it in every way I can, and this is another reason why I'm also trying to work on several business ventures. I'm going to start my own fetish porn company. It's gonna be called Hell on Wheelchairs. Gonna be doing a number of projects. The first one should be shooting pretty soon. It's actually starring anyone who wants to go to heaven. That's gonna be called Burning Rubbers. You're welcome. The second one is actually very close to my heart. It's a little bit autobiographical. It's called Cerebral Palsy. I guarantee you that is the one and only time you will hear the phrase cerebral palsy in your life. Unless I actually do make that film, in which case you will hear it again. But so that nobody gets left out, we're even going to do a gay one. Easy. Brace yourself, it's coming. It's going to be called Broke Neck Mountain. In case you were not aware, that is a paralyzed gay joke. And as I do every night, I dedicate that to Heath Ledger. Come on, why so serious, huh? But before I go, because I gotta go spill another drink on myself, I'd like to leave you with a piece of, I guess, life advice. I don't know how I would call it that. And it comes from both being in a wheelchair and just living my life in general. It's okay to shoot for big goals and sort of aim for the stars, but as you're going along the way, sort of keep one foot or wheel in front of the other, and focus on the small things. And I'll give you an example on how my thought process works in this regard. A lot of people ask me this interesting question. They say, Chris, if there was a cure for your disability, you know, wouldn't you take that immediately? Wouldn't it be great right away? You could frolic in meadows or do whatever it is you people do, I don't know. And really, to be honest, my thought process doesn't even get that far. I think, fuck the cure. I'm just looking for a cup holder. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.